What's going on, everyone? So, LeBron James, right? Now, look, I know a lot of people see other comments blaming LeBron and whatnot. It's not his fault, right? LeBron's still an excellent player, very talented, right? There's 20 other things besides LeBron James as to why the Lakers are going to lose this series against Denver. But LeBron James clearly isn't anywhere close to the LeBron James that we are accustomed to, like the vision that we have of what we need LeBron to be. Like he looks gassed at times, he's worn down, he can't put that dominant LeBron James performance together for a full 40 minutes or whatever that he's on the basketball court. But he's still excellent. He's still a very good and very talented player, right? And he can, in bursts still, go get you and do everything that you need him to do. But to me, I think at this point with LeBron, no, you're not going to get rid of LeBron. And all that. Like I see people like, oh, you need, like, just get rid of him, let him go. No. But I do think you need that third star, right? That be Trae Young, that be Donovan Mitchell, that be whomever, right? And the reason for that is because now LeBron can be the third guy. Right? He's never really going to be the third guy, but let's say Donovan Mitchell, for example, just using him as an example, because I also like Donovan Mitchell more than Trae Young with the LeBron AD pairing. Although I think Trae, especially if LeBron's kind of willing to take that backseat more, do think Trae could work. But we'll talk more about the individuals once we officially get to the offseason. But as far as LeBron goes, right, say you get a guy like Donovan Mitchell, again, just an example, right? What you can do, especially come playoff time, Donovan Mitchell and Anthony Davis by themselves would be enough to make you a contender. I mean, Anthony Davis would be by far the best player Donovan Mitchell has ever played with. I mean, you say the same thing for Trae Young. Like, Anthony Davis would be by far the best player that they've ever played with. But between those two guys, you have enough, depending on what the other pieces are, of course, to be a contender. And then you add in LeBron. LeBron would be the best third option by far in the league, right? But what that would allow LeBron to do is now he doesn't, like, we don't have to rely on him to be great in order to win. He's just the guy that puts us over the top now, right? Donovan Mitchell and Anthony Davis would be the two guys that are kind of the drivers that are getting us to, the promise. And then LeBron James is the guy that, puts us over the top, right? So, for example, we're playing Denver, Donovan Mitchell and Anthony Davis, they can do their thing. And then LeBron's just kind of picking and choosing his spots, and he's going to go get you his 28-8, right? Or 25-8-8. But he can do it. He doesn't have to he's not even doing it now where he's like incredibly dominant. I mean, the offense and everything is really running through him. But I think that's more of just necessity, where I think if you had, like, say, again, Donovan as an example, right? One, Donovan could play off ball, and LeBron could still kind of play the point guard role for them if in spots and when need be. But also LeBron, like Donovan can go to the bench, and LeBron could go and do his thing where, hey, let me just go get my 6 quick points, right? Boom, here's like 6 to 8 points, right? And then he can kind of coast, right? And then also if you get a guy, which is why, another reason why I kind of like Donovan more than like a Trae, Donovan defensively. I mean, Donovan's been like all defensive good this season, right? So if you had, say, him, a legit two-way two guard, and then, say a Jared Vanderbilt and an Anthony Davis, right? Like, let's say Royce O'Neal, just examples, right? So like, let's say you had Donovan Mitchell, Royce O'Neal, Jared Vanderbilt, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis, right? Well, now between Donovan Mitchell, Royce O'Neal, Jared Vanderbilt, and Anthony Davis, you have enough defense to mask LeBron, right? To where LeBron can kind of just, take the defensive side off. Except late in the game, he can, boom, focus, hone in, do everything. You just basically take all of the need for LeBron to be great for us to have a chance off the table. So now in those games where LeBron is great and he's just, he's hitting 7 of 8 threes or whatever, and you're probably blowing the other team out. But in the, ins and outs of the game, LeBron doesn't have to be superhuman for us to win, right? He, again, is just the piece that is taking us and pushing us over the top. So you have, your basically your team and your roster, and LeBron's still doing LeBron things. Because LeBron's still an incredible player, right? LeBron's still arguably a top 10 player in the league, right? And you'd have him as like your third option, right? And I know some people are going to look at it and go, yeah, but I'll look at Phoenix, for example, because Phoenix very likely may end up being eliminated too in the first round. But again, there's a big difference. Fit, right, is a big thing, right? Like with Russell Westbrook, it didn't fit. It didn't work, right? But that doesn't mean 3 stars can't work. It just means you have to have the right fits. Like, one of the reasons I said from day one that I didn't think Phoenix would work is because the 3 guys don't make sense. They don't fit, right? Like, that was my thing. That was one of my biggest concerns. So not only are you going to have a hard time filling out the roster, but your 3 main guys all kind of contradict themselves, right? They're all very similar style players. They're all very ISO heavy, and it's just, it doesn't work. And you don't have the other complementary pieces to make it work, right? Like I said, I thought the biggest mistake, they were better off keeping, in my opinion, Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton. Now I know Chris Paul has injury concerns, but at least with Ayton, you have that low post scoring option, and Chris Paul's the guy that can put it all together. And if he's healthy, I thought they would be better because now you have actually complementary pieces. But going and getting Bradley Beal, people were already like, "Oh, Phoenix, give him the championship." I mean, literally, there were so many comments of people that were like, "Oh, it's already over. We might as well not even play the season." And I was like, "No, Phoenix isn't going to be good because they don't actually have a team. They just have names on paper." And we've seen enough. If you've watched enough basketball, you know that doesn't work. I mean, the Lakers have done that on several occasions. I mean, look at the 2021 season. That was the greatest team ever assembled 7 years earlier, right? The team probably goes 82-0 if it was 7 years earlier. But again, it was just names on the back of the jersey, right? That's kind of what Phoenix is. Now, granted, there's always the off chance that all 3 guys are cooking, and we've seen games like that from Phoenix, and it's scary. But with the Lakers, if you get that complimentary star, the pieces fit. Like a Donovan Mitchell fits with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. All 3 guys do very different things, but they all mesh and complement each other, right? Donovan Mitchell's ability to ISO and go get a bucket, but also his ability to play off ball, initiate the offense, play defense on the other side. He fits LeBron James, and LeBron James' ability to be aggressive and get downhill, but also, play off ball, but also be the distributor and run the offense. And then Anthony Davis as your big man, your anchor, all of that. They're different positions and they're different complements. Where Booker and Beal play the exact same position, and Kevin Durant is a very similar player to the other 2. So again, fit and pieces make sense, right? So to me, that's why I think you go get that other star. And also post LeBron, you have your foundation, right? Again, if you get a Donovan Mitchell, you have Donovan Mitchell and Anthony Davis. When LeBron leaves and you got all that cap space, now you don't even need a third star at that point. You got 2 guys that make you a contender. LeBron just makes you a super team, essentially, right? And again, to me, it just would boil down to health. But I really think, given what we've seen from LeBron, which, I think if these games, if it was tighter, I think you would have seen maybe a slightly different LeBron, right? Where game 1 and game 3, Denver just kind of pushed too far away to where even if LeBron put on the hero cape, he's probably not going to be able to come back. So to me, it's if you can get that other star that can allow LeBron to basically just keep his reserves the entire time, then now you put yourself in a position to where when you need LeBron to turn it on, he can, because he's kind of been able to do what he's wanted to do, which is just kind of coast and hang out, right? But at the same time, you're building a team around Anthony Davis, right? I don't want to build the team around LeBron. I want to build it around Anthony Davis. But if you can kind of complement both, to where LeBron can still do the things that he needs to do and he wants to do, but you also are setting yourself up for a team that makes sense with Anthony Davis. And it's like, okay, even if you remove LeBron from this team, these two plus this, the role guys and stuff, still are enough to get you a championship or at least close, right? Like you're still one of the top 3 seeds in the Western Conference and, a real bona fide contender. And then LeBron's just that, the last drop that spills you over. That's kind of the idea. That's what I think Lakers need to do in the offseason. That's what I think that they need to address. But again, we'll dive into it more individually and all that stuff, and we'll start, breaking down. And I'm sure there'll be plenty of rumors and plenty of news and all that stuff. We'll talk about it all. We'll go through the theories and ideas and explore some stuff and just have some fun conversations like we do every offseason, right? So again, as always, this is a discussion. Pass question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? Do you agree with me? Do you think you got to go get that guy that kind of take over and let LeBron kind of be the other guy? Do you think no, just get some complementary pieces. We're there. Go get a center. Go get whatever. Again, how you feel, whatever your thoughts are. I'd love to hear it. Let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot, so you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.